Lamont, I'm gonna go to you first. How do you feel about the season overall? And then just give me your brief, your brief little quick review on how you felt about the season finale.
This was overall for a season. This was one of Amazon's greatest series, definitely in the top 5. And it's an animation, comic animation at that. The finale, it was very, very good. I think it went the way it had to go just simply because we knew that the main antagonist couldn't be beat by anyone except for possibly one person. And they set it up where what defeated him was an emotional attachment he had to someone he loved that caused him to go. And when I went back and looked at it and really thought about it, I said to myself, this was a great finale. I would have loved to have seen someone of his ilk defeat him or battle him. But when you think about where they're going with the series, and they did get renewed, it was a great, and I give the season finale a 9 out of 10. And I give the series overall 9.5 out of 10 stars.
9.5 out of 10 stars. I'm loving it. Larry, passing it to you, sir. How do you feel about the season overall, and how did you feel about this season finale?
Man, I don't want to be a Mr. Go Along to get along, but I have to say, I think I just go ahead and mirror that, man. I'm gonna say this series was definitely, the finale was like a 9 out of 10. And the season overall is it's high. It's at least a 9 out of 10 as well. It was fantastic. It was way better than I expected when I started watching it. And the finale, I've watched some finales that have really left me disappointed. This one did not. This one was everything I had hoped for that I didn't know I was hoping for. It gave me everything I wanted and then some. So I'm very, very happy with it.
Right on. Well, my reaction, like I'll just go ahead and, when this first came out, I had no idea what it was. I'm like, what the hell is this? I hear everybody talking about it. I heard y'all talking about it. I finally binged it, finally got caught up, finally watched the season finale just like y'all. And this was my initial reaction. God damn, this is crazy. Are you serious? I've been this entertained in like the longest, bro. I like seriously going like the season. Like this is like the best, one of the best shows I've seen like ever. I mean, every episode just hit on hit on hit, just fire. I mean, it just got better and better and better and better. Like, and what I like about it is when episode 1 started off, I'm like, okay, this is simply just the Justice League. It's cool. I like the way everything is choreographed. I like the way it's putting it together. The fights are nice. The effects, everything. But I've seen this before. But no, they drop that twist on you at the end, and I'm just like, goddamn, what the hell is going on? I mean, I was in there just like. Seriously, I mean, like my goodness gracious, episode 5 was dope as hell with this character right here, and that dude was ruthless. We're gonna get to it. He whooping ass and then dipping. Like, what is this? This is beneath me. A kindergarten.
Exactly.
Dude. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy, but y'all. Like,
dude, what did he say? Is this the best you have to offer?
Yes. I mean, my goodness, man.
Avery, we was killing Battle Cat. That's what we was killing Battle Cat. After that episode, we did our review on my channel. We was killing him, man. We was calling him a knockoff from the Thundercat. We was killing old boy. and when I mentioned that I felt like there was a little part missing from the finale, I think we all realized that Invincible was not ready to take on his daddy, not yet. So I think a lot of us wanted to see a matchup between Battle Cat and the daddy, because Battle Cat beat Invincible worse than the daddy beat Invincible. Yeah. And we was hoping that we might get a little bit of that action, a little bit. But when you go back and look at where they're going, as I said in the opening salvo, I'm fine that they didn't bring him in just yet, because they're going to get another season. So knowing that, you can't be upset about the finale. The finale was good.
Right on.
They did leave a lot of questions, though. I'll say that. They left a lot of questions, which you do want somewhat of some cliffhangers. going into the next season. But there's a lot of stuff that's got to be answered.
And now I'm definitely going to holler at y'all about it because I'm sure y'all know more about this than me. But just starting off at the very beginning of the episode, I love to where it showed Immortal. Like it showed the shot of grass and then his blood raining down and then here's his body dropping. And then it's like, da-dum, Mark, we have to talk. He's like, oh, what's going on? And Daddy, what you being controlled? Stop it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm loving the intro, man. I'm loving it. I'm loving that reaction. Hold on. What is Buzz doing? What are you doing, sir? What are you doing?
Buzz.
What are you doing? Hold on.
703.
What's going on, Buzz?
What a money reside. What a money reside. What a money reside. What a money reside. Okay, I'll tell you before.
Buzz 703 with the super chat. Invincible episode 8 was awesome. Yes, it was, sir. Yes, it was. Thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, man. But what was y'all's? Just talking about that right there, and also, I love the backstory of where he comes from Viltrum. I mean, this was an incredible scene right here. I mean, these people are ruthless. They swole as hell. They're kicking ass and taking no names. But this whole thing was just, it was just dope. It was scary, but it was still dope, man. But they're evil. A lot of people are going around calling them the Saiyans, and like from Dragon Ball Z, how they're just trying to go around and conquer people and stuff like that, and just have and then they just shot right here, like the Galactic Empire. I'm loving it, man. I'm loving all that. So, Larry, I want to come to you next, man. How did you feel about this intro with the Viltrumites backstory of where Nolan Omni-Man really comes from, and also just Mark's initial reaction to finding out that his daddy is evil and killing Immortal?
Yeah, it really, it really was so important to the story, and we got to see what his dad was really all about, because they presented it as, oh, we're just protectors of all of the worlds throughout the galaxies, and we just go out there and we plant each one of them in each planet just to help protect them from the bad people, and not realizing, they are the bad people. They're just out there conquering people, and just to see how brutal and ruthless they were, even with their own people.
Yeah,
man, it was that battle scene was insane.
Yes, it
was. And I love that scene. It told us so much about his dad and their mission and what they're really all about. It's just, yeah, man, I was hyped. I was damn near screaming at the TV watching that.
Right on. Now, Lamont, before I come to you, let me just bring in the third guest of the show. He's been here before, and I was chopping up with him earlier today. Coming from the great state of Missouri, that is Mr. Elliot with Movie Files. How you doing, man? How you doing?
Good, man. How we doing tonight, guys? How we doing?
You're doing pretty good, man.
I had to go ET on you, man.
Hey, man. Hey, grew up with it all the time. But no, how we doing tonight, guys?
We doing good, man. We doing good. Thank you for being here, man. I do appreciate it. Last minute impromptu. I'm not as organized as yourself, but I do appreciate you being here, my brother. I do appreciate it.
Of course.
And then before I pass to Lamont, let me go ahead and grab this super chat real quick.
Mm-hmm. What a money reside. What a money reside. What a money reside. What a money reside.
D Weave, thank you very much for the $9.99 super chat, sir. I really do appreciate it. Omni-Man is a cross between Darth Vader and Vegeta. I love it, man. I love it. I'm also happy that we're gonna get. I think I'm gonna get a lot of views when DB Super come back, because a lot of people have been commenting on that. So that's what's up right there. But Lamont, I'm coming to you next, and then I'm coming to you, Elliot. What was your initial response, your reaction to Mark, finding out that his daddy is evil, killing Immortal, and he thinking that he's brainwashed, and also, the backstory of Viltrum and the Viltrumites?
We did a few. We didn't do every episode review, but we did a few reviews of it, and we had a chance to hear about the dad telling the backstory about how they're secretly planning people in all these different places because they want to help those races. And I'm going to tell you what I've been telling people since I went and did training with NASA. Y'all better hope to God we find ET before ET finds our ass. Because if they find us first, I can go ahead and tell you their technology is more advanced and they ain't coming here to tell you we want to share lollipops that our country makes out of grass, okay? It ain't going to be that kind of party. They coming here to take over. Same thing with him. Me and Larry said on my channel, they're not sending people all over the galaxy to help. They're either priming these planets to be taken over, or they're going to straight up take over the planet. They're not coming to help you. They're trying to dethrottle your planet. And when that clip came up, when they showed all the ships, it just made me think of Thanos and all his warships and all the ships coming. But the bigger question I had was, what the hell was Mark thinking? Mark was on emotion. He know he can't beat his daddy. He just got his ass beat 2 episodes ago against Battle Beast. And dad was just sitting there looking as Battle Beast was beating the hell out of his son. I don't know if y'all remember that, but dad was just hovering, looking. So
I think he wanted to see what his son was made of. He was like, let's see what this kid's got in him. You know?
Yeah, maybe he did, but at the end of the day, I'll give Mark kudos for actually trying to take on his dad, but I think most of that was because he knew his dad had been lying to him and his mother too. And he has a great connection with his mom. His mom is the humanity in him mixed with the Viltrumite. And so that made Mark really want to fight for the humans on Earth. And I really like the way they ended this by letting Omni-Man just disappear, because he felt like he had a confliction between his love for his son and his duty to the race.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Noble B, $10 super chat. Omni-Man in episode 8 reminded me a bit of Thanos and Avengers Infinity War. Such a well-written and well-executed show. I do agree with you, Noble B, and thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Elliot, I'm coming to you, man. How did you feel about this intro, the backstory of the Viltrum, and also, my goodness,
there we go.
Let's grab it real quick.
It.
Hold on. Wayne Edwards, $25 super chat. The finale of Invincible was amazing and disturbing. Yes, it was. The violence was out of control, but that is how it would be if superheroes existed. I agree.
Man, for $25, can we see a Dub C Crip walking?
Oh,
you know. There we go. $25 is keeping it gangster.
Yes. Thank you. But Elliot, coming to you, man. How did you feel about Mark's initial reaction and also the story of Viltrum from Nolan?
Yeah, man. I mean, Lamont hit it on the head, man, regarding the emotions of Mark, his reaction. I mean, I think it's he's still a teenager, 17-year-old, still learning who he is as a man, still learning who he is as a superhero. So he's acting on emotion right now. And, you know, he said some things about his mama that probably would have set us all in regards to calling her a pet, which was just crazy. But no, it was a great reveal, man, because it was the whole season of like, yeah, we come to planets, we Thanos, you know, we make it better. We give you more resources, but we all know that wasn't true. And seeing that moment there, the thing that clicked in my head was, oh, we think Nolan's a badass. Well, wait till we meet some other Viltrumites who don't have any connections to Earth, who don't have any family. They're going to come in and probably really wreck shop and really can't wait to see, you know, what the ramifications of Nolan not finishing his mission is going to look like. So that just gets me more excited to meeting more of the planet. What other spies or other planets? Is there a hidden spy on Earth? Just if there was a contingency plan that if Nolan didn't fall through, that there's someone else who's going to come out of the shadows or whatnot. But I thought that history lesson was fantastic, and it just makes me so excited to see what other characters in space are maybe not a fan of the Viltrumites, aka Mr. Alien, Alan the Alien. So I thought that whole backstory intro thing was fantastic, man.
Right on. And Elliot, I'm coming to you again for the next part. Keep on talking, because like I said initially, man, first, this was so messed up. Yeah, I love your mother, but I love her like a pet. I have not. I have not heard a more full line of dialogue in anything before. Not no movie, not no TV show. Like, your mama's a pet. You're like, hell no, you finna get this ass whooping.
I gotta put them hands on you.
Yeah, put them hands on him, man.
You still talking about my mama like that now.
Right.
It didn't work out, unfortunately. He's like, really? You think you can beat me? And he got his molly whopped over here, and getting thrown around like a rag doll. But
He
this
did,
is
though. He really did.
He did.
I love how look he got the stance, he got his hand back like he's doing like a Shaolin pose. He's trying, but his daddy is just too badass and just launches him, across the land. And just like I was saying, man, like I love this scene right here. I feel like Mark is getting some good ass training, trying to save the black dude. This was a wonderful scene right here to me. But unfortunately, it did not end well.
Oh
No, not at all.
no.
That was brutal, man.
Oh my God!
My God. Man.
That was so terrible and awesome. Like we would never
in
see
one.
that anywhere else. And I was like, oh, that was awesome.
Yeah.
It was
I was sitting
horrible,
here
but
saying
it was awesome.
I was sitting here saying the brother gonna make it to the end of the show, and
Spoke
damn
too
it, he
soon.
did.
He spoke too soon.
I was like, God Almighty.
Yeah, that was horrible, man. So, Elliot, man, what you got on that right there, man? As far as all that's concerned,
Man, this was one of many savage moments by Nolan, Omni-Man. This episode, he proved to Mark. He says in this episode so many times, so many life lessons. Why do you care about these humans? They're ants to us. Someone mentioned Thanos earlier. This is the Loki line. This is what do you do with a boot of ant? You step on it. I mean, he's showing you. These humans don't matter, and I'll just show you right in front of you. I'll just take one out, and we'll talk about the train scene a little bit later. But it just shows you again the mindset of Nolan in regards to he's been holding this in, this animosity, this hatred towards these animals, these humans, and he's just showing Mark how easily he can take them out. And again, I will give kudos to Mark that he tried to do something. He tried to be the hero, and it's going to make that epic moment, season 2 or season 3, when he is invincible and he becomes a hero. We're going to remember these moments when he got his ass beat. But he's going to get around too with his daddy, and also Battle Beast that I know someone mentioned a little bit earlier. So yeah, man, I thought that was one of many savage moments by Mr. Nolan Grayson.
right on. Lamont, coming to you.
Man, what can I say? When the black dude jumped out the airplane and Invincible saved him, I cried because I literally thought this was going to be a new dynamic duo. And then all of a sudden, the daddy just appeared behind the black dude, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Literally, I just said, when that right there, I just said, fuck. Because I already knew. It was just a matter of how he's going to take him out. But at the end of the day, end of the day, man, and like you said, we're going to talk about the train scene because that was just as savage as it comes. Yeah, I really just commend Mark for he know he can't beat his daddy.
Yeah.
He know that, and someone said in your comment section, Father's Day is almost around the corner. And he ain't gonna be giving him shit for Father's Day.
Oh no.
The only thing he was trying to give him was a 2-piece and a biscuit across the face.
Right.
And with every turn, every hit, it seems like it just made Omni-Man more upset. But having said that, the more and more punishment Mark took from his daddy, the more I felt like that grew something inside of Mark. But I did not, it bothered me the way Mark got his ass beat. So, I mean, he knocked the boy teeth out. He basically went Hulk on Thor, beat my man through a damn mountain, broke his teeth. And that was that moment when the dad lost that control the Vitriomites have for taking over the planet. Dad lost that. And so I'm just commending Mark for just having the courage to stand there and take that ass whipping and grow from it.
Yeah. Larry, coming to you.
Yeah, man, I think this scene was important because I think not only did it have grow, what it might have actually done is given us and to be the hero that he's. I think when he flew away, I think he flew away because he realized, wait a minute, everything that I'm supposed to be doing out here, all this priming the planet so we can take them over and all that stuff, I can't do that anymore because I'm compromised because I have a son with humanity. I have a half-human son, and I love him. And all this time he's preaching to Mark. They're nothing. They're ants. They're all gonna die within a matter of what's gonna feel like minutes to us. So there's no need to care about them. Just but at the same time, here he is with the human son, and he loves him, and he has become in himself. He has gained he's not human, but he's gained humanity. and he couldn't kill his son because he loved him. And so he has in some sense, he has become what he is despised. And because of that, I mean, he was like, I need to leave because he can't kill his son right now. He just couldn't do it. And honestly, I think he might end up coming back and end up having to protect Earth as a consequence of helping his son protect Earth, because I think there's going to be other Viltrumites that come. So
yeah, we'll get there. And let me go ahead and bring in my fourth guest to the show. He popped in the other day, and it's been a while. I missed this guy, man, but he is back in full effect, coming from Louisiana, the king of anime, and that is Mr. One Take Big Dog. Okay. What's going on?
Okay. Here we go.
What's going on, man?
Look at that, back in his space with his comic you know? I'm back in his space.
How y'all doing today?
We doing good, my brother. We doing good. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yes, sir. And One Take Big Dog, this is Elliot. Elliot, that's One Take Big Dog.
How you doing? How you doing?
Doing good, man. Nice to meet you.
Man, the team is growing.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And One Take, before I know you was listening backstage, before I come to you, let me go ahead and grab this super chat from T.O. Double.
What a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside. Okay, I told y'all before y'all.
T.O. Double 499 super chat. I still have your dad broke on me, man, down. Where does the money reside? Thank you so much, man. I do appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate it. One Take Big Dog, man. How you feeling about this part in the show real quick where, you know, Mark is getting his ass whooped and he blowing up black heads, unfortunately, and all that stuff. And, you know, like, how did you react to this scene? Because but let's just look at this right here. Oh my God,
man. Omni Man is not down for Black Lives Matters at all.
Omni Man don't care about black and white. He's just like, they're all ants.
Right.
He's like, they're all ants.
One sec. How you feeling, man? How you feeling?
Man, listen, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So I was watching it, and I was watching that scene. I'm like, man, Mark really doing a lot to save this dude. And so like this guy's in a bunch of trouble. So when he finally gets to the ground, I'm like, oh man, this not gonna end well. As soon as Omni Man showed up, I'm thinking to myself like, this dude is nothing to Omni Man. So maybe Omni Man just like, yo, he gonna throw him out the way or something. It's like he tapped him and his head just completely exploded. I was like, oh, what was that even for? Like, it was that sense of like, Mark, you can't save all these people. Nothing. Like this is gonna happen to him. Because Omni Man even said, right now, 50 years from now, it doesn't really matter. I'm like, dude, I get that you live for a long time, but we want to value this short amount of time we have on the planet. That's insane.
Oh,
man. You had to pause the TV and I was just sit there and just like, wow.
Yeah,
this is crazy.
See, One Take, you feel me? You never got so invested in one black dude so quickly. I was so invested in
Did he have a name? Did he have a name? Did he have a name tag or anything?
We should come over with a
shout out. Parachute black dude.
That's to the parachute black dude.
Parachute black dude.
We got to get a shirt for him, man.
Yeah, I'm about to make a tribute video.
Yeah, are you gonna have a before and after on that shirt?
Yeah.
On the back of the shirt.
But man, moving right along, man. I felt this way. Mark got he got knocked into next week. You know what I'm saying? And then he flew through all these goddamn buildings. You know,
oh my lord,
death and destruction everywhere. I mean, golly. I mean, that's somebody, mama or daddy right there. You know, like it's just crazy. I mean,
can't tell.
Yeah, and he trying to save lives, but it ain't working out. And you know, his arms and stuff everywhere. And then you know, his mama hearing this, poor Debbie. You know, it's nothing is working out. And I'm gonna keep going, man. I'm gonna keep going. We got to talk about this right here.
Oh my God, Lord have mercy.
This was insane. This train scene right here. Well, I'm coming to you next, Larry. Larry, I'll go ahead and preface this. I was loving Mark initially, you know, when he tried to square up against his daddy, you know.
Right.
But when it got to this point right here, I was like, Mark, you need to sit your ass down. Okay. You're not gonna beat your daddy. Okay. You fighting back is just gonna get more people killed, and that's where we get to the train. So I was like, Mark, sit down somewhere, take the L. Say that you're on your daddy's side, and then betray him later on or something. You know what I'm saying? how are you feeling about him getting knocked into next week? Messing all this up, and then this horrible train sequence right here, Larry. How are you feeling?
At first, I thought he was going to do him like Spider-Man, what Mysterio did with Spider-Man, but nah, he just sat there and just held him. He was like, "No, let me show you what's what." He just held him, and the train just split in half. That was just an incredible scene. I'll tell you, the only thing that I wish was different. I wish this was live action. I wish they could do all these effects with live action.
I don't know, bro. I don't know if I want to see that, man. Yeah.
All them kids. Come on.
That would be brutal, man.
That's too much right there.
That would be brutal. But yeah, man, he was getting mollywopped all over the place. He's not ready yet. And part of that really is his dad's fault, because his dad let him get raised as a human. He didn't teach him anything about his planet. And so it's like, by the time he comes of age, it's like, did you really expect him to want to take your side versus the side of his own planet? Because Earth is his home.
Right.
Right, you should have been taking him to Viltrum, or to at least giving him. You should have been giving him history about the planet when he was young. So,
Elliot, how you feeling, my brother?
I mean, to that point, it makes me even wonder if there's a reason why he didn't tell him that, because maybe it's forbidden to have kids on these planets that you're supposed to take over a weekend, which makes me wonder if there are other kids in other planets that might rebel against, Nolan here. But no, this train scene, someone had mentioned it earlier on the stream. Larry mentioned Spider-Man. This is like the complete opposite of Spider-Man saving the people on the train, because Mark takes out everyone on the train, unfortunately. But again, this literally shows the savage nature of Nolan, continuing on his lessons to Mark that these humans do not matter. And to show you that, I'm going to show you this lesson, and you're going to literally see what I can do to this planet by literally using you as a human shield, taking out everyone on that train. I mean, that was Larry. I don't know how we would see that, because that's the plan to make a live action movie is still in the works. I don't even know if you get that scene in a movie in a live action form, because I don't know how you get that much blood, that much gore and savageness. I don't know how you do it in live action, but that was incredible. And I know from people that we talked to earlier with the comics, this isn't in the comics. So this is the show just taking it to that next level of amping up the ante with blood and guts and gore and brutal nature. So it's one of the most goriest scenes I've seen in a very, very long time. And man, that was just
Elliot, I like that theory you had about if there's other kids on other planets.
Yeah,
maybe they give us like 2 more seasons, and then they give us a movie with like Army of the Half-Breeds, and you just have all these half-breed Viltrumites coming together to rebel, and maybe they're organized by Alan the Alien.
One take. What you got? One take.
Yeah, that scene, the train scene, is one of those things. I don't know. That's like times where you watching something, and whenever I'm watching anything, I always look for like certain moments in it that like get me out of my seat. This was one of those moments, because like I couldn't help but stand up and just, like, it's bad, but you can't help but laugh at just how like dude, wow, you really this crazy, like there is nothing you won't do at this point. And one thing I like behavior is that you're showing like the steals, because you see they're like kids on this thing, like
men, women, children.
They got all slaughtered, and Mark had. But I kind of love the moment for Mark too, because it's like you see how helpless you are. Like this is just like there is nothing you can do about it. You just aren't ready at this point in time, and I think that's the theme I just love for the whole show in general. I don't like when people just like overpowered and just basically, because initially I thought the episode was going to be maybe, we knew he wasn't ready to fight Omni-Man, so I'm happy they didn't go that, he got some random power, but now he's able.
Right.
No, he couldn't do anything. He was pretty much useless the entire time. He just had to sit there and watch this tragedy happen. Like it kind of reminded me, it put me in the mind of The Boys a little bit, like, but so much worse though, because in the boys are like, I'm thinking about the scene when I'm the man just let the plane crash. This wasn't that. This was just him destroying all these people. It's like you've seen every single one of them limbs flying here, there. I love this scene.
Right on, Lamont. And I saw talk about that. Also, I want to, if you don't mind, how you feeling about Debbie as well? But go ahead.
Yeah, I see a parallel between these Amazon comics. So in this one, you've got Omni-Man and Invincible, and in the boys, you've got I can't think of Homelander and his son. And we predicted when we was doing reviews of that one that Homelander's son was going to have to be the one to grow up and kick Homelander's ass at some point in time. Now I'm gonna pivot back to this show. One thing that I noticed every time Mark gets his ass beat, why is it that the only lens on his goggles that gets destroyed is on the right side? It's every single ass whipping he get, it's the right eye that gets destroyed. Every single one. But sidebar. This scene also shows just how tough Mark is, because this is a speeding train. And the dad is holding you by your face. Your nose is splitting a train in half and killing people. So not only did you display how strong the dad is, but you also really display how Teflon Don, the son, is, which should make the daddy a little fearful. Because when the son gets of age, you might be in for a really, really grandpa ass whipping. And in terms of the mom, for the last couple of episodes, the mother has been having these feelings that something's not right with Omni-Man. She's been having these feelings. She's been secretly investigating. She's been mad ever since the devil dude got sent back by Cecil when she was investigating, figuring things out then. But to hear the person that she spent all this time with call her a pet and then beat her son, their only begotten child, in the manner he's doing it, stuff like that'll make people commit suicide. So I give her credit for not committing suicide, but at the end, she did go and get, fucking drunk. She was like, enough is enough. But I give mom credit for just hanging in there that long.
Okay. And I just got 2 more sections on this episode, and then we can move on to the next. And I'm coming to you next, OneTakeBigDog. After Mark realizes there ain't a goddamn thing that he can do, he gets his ass beat underground. He takes him up to the sky and be like, "Listen here, man. Look, you can get your ass whooped on the sunset. Okay, I'm trying to tell you, they got the right eye beat up, and just the evil is coming all out. Like I said, Satan's daddy. He beaten. How do you do this to your own flesh and blood, man? That don't make no dang sense." And like y'all was saying earlier, he got the little flashback, and that was nice and heartwarming. And Mark is he's almost out of there, but he came to his senses, and Omni-Man dipped. So how did y'all feel about this scene? Excuse me. And also, where do you think Omni-Man is going?
Okay, well, 2 things. I think I actually love the scene because one, I think you see it just basically show you more about how savage Omni-Man is, because if you notice, there was earlier times in the episode where Mark would punch him and he actually seemed to feel it, but once they got in the air and Mark punched him, there was a time where he just sit there and took it, and then there was a time where he just completely moved out the way, just okay, dude, the gloves are off now. You don't want to listen. I'm letting you know. These people are useless. They're going to be gone. I'm just going to beat it into. And one of the craziest lines Omni-Man said is basically, I'm going to have to paraphrase here, where you say, I can, another 17 years is nothing to me. Basically saying, I can have another kid.
He did. He said, I can make another one.
It was nothing. And why he's saying this, he's beating his son brains in. But I thought it was excellent. We saying 500 years, what will you have? And I'm thinking to myself, what is Mark gonna say? And he said, I have you, Dad. I said, Well, if that doesn't get you, I don't know what
just broken
I
down.
don't know what will. That was the perfect line. Because if he would have said probably anything else, he probably would be dead right now. That would have been the end of it. And I honestly, I think Omni-Man is headed back to Viltrum. I thought we was going to get a tease of him back at Viltrum, seeing some people. I actually thought we were going to see people that were stronger than him, like beating him up because he didn't like complete his mission. But maybe that's something they're saving. The reason they didn't show him going back to Viltrum, but that's why I think he's headed.
Really?
What a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside.
No, but B, another one, $5. They set the ball high for season 2. Yes, they did. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate it. And also, Josh Quick for the Mortal Kombat 2. Need to grab that raid director Gareth Edwards. Enough said, man. Let me. Thank you. I agree. Josh. We do need Gary Edwards to come. If y'all don't know, he did the raid. So thank you so much for the super chat, my brother. I do appreciate it. Elliot, coming to you next, man. How did you feel about this scene where Mark was about to get his face smashed in?
It makes me wonder too, in regards to that human nature of Nolan. Is his parents still alive? Does he have brothers and sisters and other family members that he might have went to at the end of this episode? And maybe his dad will talk some sense into him. Maybe, I don't know. Well, it'll be interesting to see if Mark has grandparents from Viltrum. But no, that moment there, the flashback I thought was placed perfectly in the episode, just kind of showing you again that he's been on Earth for 20 years. He was here on a secret mission, but they got to him. Debbie and Mark really got to him, and this was someone mentioned earlier, this is the human side. Nolan is becoming something that he hated. I think that was Lamont that said it earlier. He's now part human, essentially. He's taken in this. He feels bad for his son. He feels like he's doing something wrong. So it just makes me wonder the consequences of not completing his mission. What will that look like for Nolan moving forward? But that moment, just beating his son. I mean, that's the moment where, the dad is, his son's never going to beat him in basketball until he gets a little bit older. But right now he's dunking on his son and crossing him over, breaking the ankles. And he's stopped though. But again, it just makes you wonder where you went and if there's consequences to him not completing that mission. And again, I would love to know if there's a grandpa, grandma, or uncle or auntie of Nolan or say Mark that might have some tips on how to handle his dad. I love
it. Larry, how you feeling, man?
The one thing I was surprised that we didn't get in this episode was to see Damian Darkblood come back.
Yeah. He's a great character.
Because the way they ended it, the way they ended his character in the season made it seem as if he was going to be the one to kind of come back to the rescue. And we didn't get anything. They really just sort of got rid of him and gave us no real resolution with that. That was a little disappointing, but I was expecting him to come back in those last moments and maybe find some way to help out, but maybe we'll get him next season. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing where Omni-Man goes. I have no idea. Maybe he goes back to Viltrum or whatever, but I don't think that he is. I mean, the way that we see how ruthless the people on Viltrum are, I don't expect that he's going to go back and say, oh, by the way, I failed my mission because I got in my feelings, because they're going to be like, well, why didn't you just kill him and make another, just like he said he could do. But I wouldn't be surprised if he flies off into space and goes and meets up with Alan the alien and they have a conversation, like maybe he tells them, look, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this. And I know you guys run an organization fighting back against the Viltrumites, and I'm down with that now. I don't know. I think I don't expect that he's going back to Viltrum. I think we'll see more Viltrumites come to Earth. And I think we're going to probably see Omni-Man fighting side by side with his son to defend Earth. He's probably going to become the hero he should have been all along.
Right on. Rick, before I come to Lamont.
What a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside.
Kobe James, $5 super chat. Omni-Man or Homelander, who wins? Who's bigger? POC, person of color? I don't know. What does that mean? POC.
Who wins?
Thank you for the super chat.
We already know who wins that one. That's easy.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I'm gonna go Omni-Man.
Who y'all think? I'm going with Homelander.
No, I'm
Really?
going Omni-Man.
I'm
Yeah,
going
I'm going with
Omni-Man.
Homelander. Omni-Man is just strong. Homelander's Homelander got everything Superman got. Omni-Man just has strength and flight. I'm going with Homelander.
Homelander is just a juiced up. He's a glorified super soldier. You know, they gave him a serum and made. They took a human and made him that. He's not a natural super being. He's just a juiced up dude.
I don't give a damn.
Omni-Man's just thousands of years older. He's a better warrior and fighter too.
Hey, but you know what? Guess what? Darkseid is a better warrior and fighter, but Superman always holds his own with him. I'm going Homelander.
We don't even know all the powers that Omni-Man has because he hasn't really had to use them. We don't even know. We might see him with all kinds of extra powers.
Well, we
know what he's used to this point. We know what he's used to this point.
Yeah.
And if you're going by right now, based on what Homelander's done, I'm Homelander all day.
Yeah, Lamont, go ahead, man. I was passing to you anyway, man. How you feeling about the ass whooping of the century that Omni-Man gave his son, on this mountain cliff over here?
Man,
and, him leaving space, and where do you think he's going? Where do you think
I just felt so bad for Mark because he beat his ass so bad he had less teeth in his mouth than my daughter has right now. I was and to see that blood over his face, and then the dad out of breath laying beside him, man, it was just gruesome sight. But while the dad was laying there, he thought about that baseball game. And that baseball game is when his humanity hit home when Mark was growing up. Because up until that point, it looks like Debbie had just been fighting with him to, I guess, reveal the inner humanity. And at that baseball game, when that boy hit that home run, that's when he let it go. And humanity broke through all the vitramite that's packed up in this guy. Mm-hmm. In terms of where he's going, I have no earthly idea where the hell his punk ass is going. I don't know. I mean, I'm with Larry. He could be flying away because he knows if he goes back to Vitramite, they're going to beat his ass. Now, did y'all notice that they got some black Vitramites? Did y'all see that?
Yeah,
they have like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
And there ain't no way a whole slew of Thanos, because technically that's what he is, can, if you got 10 Thanos versus 1 Thanos, which one is going to win? The 10 is going to win. Mm-hmm. There is nothing he can do if he goes back and tells these people, look, I fell in love with the aliens. I was supposed to rule. I done had me a little seed. I done had me a woman down there. I done got me a little bambino. And now I love these people. And I can't let y'all both. How is that going to go? That's not going to smooth over well in paint that you're putting in your child's room. So I don't know where the hell he's going. Maybe he's retired. But the one thing I do want to see that they didn't really do this season, along with Dark, whatever his name was, coming back.
Dark Blood. Yeah.
Dark Blood.
Yeah, Damian Dark Blood.
We also wanted to see a battle between Battle Beast and Omni-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Who's really the toughest?
Yeah.
We've seen the way you beat the hell out of Mark, which is impressive. Remember, Mark just had his nose split a speeding train, and Battle Beast whipped his ass with whatever that staff was he had that he stole from Thundercats. We want to see who would win between him and Omni-Man and B. Avery. That's all I got to say about that. I just can't wait the next season.
I got you, man. I got you.
B. Avery, that ass whooping that his dad at Omni-Man gave Invincible. It was not one of those ass whoopings like I'm just trying to win a fight. He whooped his ass like he hated him.
Yeah.
He fought him and beat him like he hated him. It wasn't like I've gotten into fights where you just want to beat somebody up and end the fight, and then you get in fights when like somebody smacked a girl's ass and you want to kill this motherfucker. I mean, that was one of those. That dude was beating him like he hated him.
He did for a little while.
Here we got it going.
Wow. Let me find out B. Avery worked for Pixar. Let me know.
Oh man.
No, moving on. Like I was saying, when I was on Elliot's show earlier, I was kind of saying that I thought, even though everything we've talked about so far it was super fire. I thought the aftermath and them wrapping everything up was even better. A nice cherry on top of as far as everything is concerned. And this will be the last section before we move on. But we got these two dumb geniuses right here. You know, they are dumb, but they are geniuses. You know, we got the new. I don't know why they would burn up their clone machine. I don't get that. But you know, anyway, I'll let y'all comment on that. We got the Guardians coming together. And I'm looking forward to them. Mark coming. You know, I thought he should have been healing more than 2 weeks, but I heard y'all's comments on that as well. I love that we got to see them training and stuff like that. I always love training montages. This was quite interesting to me, or whatever. They got fluoride in the water, y'all. Fluoride and they chemicals, and we can't see the light, but you know, I don't know what they're doing in here. You know, we got Immortal coming back as well for another time. So that's cool. I also wanted her dumb ass to back up because
Oh my Lord.
She was getting on my damn nerve. Like, wait a minute. We'll get to it.
You didn't like Amber, huh?
No, but we got the friends coming together. Mark trying to, you know, wrap it all up, and then we got like flashbacks or whatever, what's going on Mars. I'll take that one.
Yeah,
we got these people in jail, going back to jail. I forgot who they were. I don't know who these people are right here. I forgot. Y'all can fill me in, and then they worshiping this cat right here or whatever. We got this brother right here taking over. Battle Beast. I can't wait. I can't wait for this right here. Man. And I thought I had an image for this. I got to pull it in because it's important. But I was most impressed by this right here too. With them bringing back, because 3 of these damn near took on Omni Man, but Cecil and this other cat, they making an army of them. So
where they getting the people from though?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Well, ask no question.
Lamont, I'm coming to you next, man. How are you feeling about this whole aftermath, the whole wrap up, and everything I just showed up on the screen? How are you feeling about all that?
I think it is so great that the writers did a wrap up of all these storylines they had throughout the season, because they had a whole lot of storylines running in this one series. You've got the starfish that basically I picked on, that they stole that from DC, that are attacking the Martians, taking them over. They can't do this to the Vitramites, but they are taking over the Martians, and they can take over humans in this way. And let us not forget that these starfish with brains are on Earth now, because one of them got into the damn astronaut's ship. So eventually we've got to get that story fleshed out that they didn't do anything with. Then we've got the mummy that rose from the ashes as if his ass was Apocalypse. They didn't even finish that story. And this thing is going to be powerful enough. He could probably take on Omni-Man. And I almost forgot about him until you went through this whole ending, B. Avery. So you've got that coming. Then you got Homeboy that creates earthquakes and shit down there, raising up the volcanic people. Right. It's, to me, this was just a well done season finale. A very good way to wrap up all these lingering storylines so that people remember what else they have coming for us in season 2. And then on the backdrop of that, we're still wanting to know, where did Omni-Man go? And the black dude that you keep showing, who is voiced by Mahershala Ali,
Titan.
He's got his own storyline going on where now he's the kingpin. He's the kingpin, and he's got all this technology and all these people at his disposal. So it is just going to be a mishmash, and they cannot just do 8 shows next season. No way.
Got to double it. Got to double it.
Larry, before I come to you, I got 128 people in the chat right now. Thank you so much, but I got 63 likes. So, guys, if you can just please give me a thumbs up. You know, let's see if we can get 100 thumbs up, because it really helps the YouTube algorithm push this video out. So if you want to support my channel for free, All you gotta just click the thumbs up button. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up.
Smash that thumbs up like Nolan did his son's face. Smash it, smash it.
Yes.
Too soon. Too soon.
Like smash it in just like that right there.
Hit that like button.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Larry, how you feeling about this aftermath, man, and everything that we went through, bro? How you feeling about all this?
I'm loving it, but I do say if you have 128 people in the comments section right now, as soon as this stream is over, go subscribe to my channel because I'm 109 people away from hitting 40,000 subscribers. So, you know, I will say, man, I was loving this. I was glad to see that the team finally started to train as a proper team, that they stopped, they put all their sort of childish bullish aside and really started to train. And I love that time when dude was going to wipe the blood off there and the black dude went over there to stop him. And then finally everybody stood up like, oh, we're about to all whoop your ass. And he was finally like, good. It's about time, you know. But that last scene that you showed earlier with all the different parts, all like the villain with the earthquake machine and the crazy octopus things on Mars and the clones and all. I mean, all that. I think these are all. I think it's a little bit of foreshadowing where we're going to see maybe Mark bring all these people together to fight the Viltrumites. I think that was a bit of foreshadowing to say, okay, this is what Earth and maybe the Martians that are there with us. This is what the force is going to look like. The army is going to look like that's going to fight against the Viltrumites. Yeah. And so
they need him on this team too. You know?
Yeah. And I think Battle Cat might be down for that. He might, because they might be like, look, dude, we got nothing for you. You know you're the baddest mofo, but if you want a challenge, you came across the damn galaxy looking for a challenge. We have one for you. You know?
Yeah. Right on.
So,
and one take, I'm gonna come to you next. Also, I forgot to throw this in there as well. I love this exchange that they had at the very end. That was nice because he was late, but he was talking about the coalition of the planets. But one take, man, how you feeling about all this and how they wrapped everything up and all the foreshadowing that we're talking about right now?
As great as the episode was, this was one of my favorite parts because it was going through the season. As the episodes were progressing and we getting smaller things, especially the episode with like Titan basically became Kingpin, then the next episode they didn't talk about. I'm like, okay, so what they doing with this? Do you find out they basically just setting it up for later seasons? We find out they get they already greenlit for season 2 and 3. So that just makes it, that much more better, and the anticipation is already there because these things are already set up. I really like Alan the Alien just because, I don't know, Seth Rogen is very funny to me, and just the whole situation. It's like, dude, if you would have told us this earlier, we probably could have been a little bit more prepared. Like, you probably could have helped us in the situation. Like, you over here going to Earth or wherever you've been going, you thought you were going. So I thought that was like hilarious. And then the whole back and forth, because like Mark is like, yo, I don't know what I'm about to do right now. And then that's when you get the montage of everything. And I think I agree with y'all, but at the same time, I'm kind of in a different mindset because I'm possibly thinking maybe these villains that are set up, maybe Mark takes them down and that's him getting ready for when the Omni-Man comes. But I do also understand the fact that like they're going to need some help. Yeah. I don't think he's taking out Battle Beast by no means. Battle Beast, but like Larry said, baddest mofo come through. Like, so
you know what? I'll tell you, I wouldn't be surprised if Battle Beast ended up training Invincible.
That would be great. I'm not gonna lie, that would be great just because because one, I think Battle Beast is looking for a good fight, and then what's better than like training somebody you can spar with, you know what I'm saying, whenever you get ready. So that's nice. Yeah. Also, Amber does get a lot of hate. And it's honestly, it's deserving. Like, because you want to show up now. This is what's been happening to me this entire time, and you act like, I thought you knew I was out here crime fighting, put my life on the line, and now you want to come show up to me after I'm just getting out the hospital. I don't want to talk. Honestly, I don't want to talk. But yo, I love the way the season wrapped up with all these montages of everything we have to look forward to.
Yeah, man.
I'm just thinking, man, why wouldn't you want to date Adam Eve? You could just be like, yo, could you go ahead and just make me a Ferrari right quick? You know?
She can do anything.
Can you build me a beach house right here? You know.
Already.
Hey, Larry, you know why once you go black.
All right.
Yeah.
There is that.
Elliot, what you got, Elliot? What you got on all this, man?
Yeah, it was a great way to end off a great show. I mean, again, this is kind of, I always looked at Mark as like the Peter Parker story, him balancing high school, the girlfriends, his family, and now being a superhero. And we get essentially the Sinister Six coming together. And who knows? I don't think that they want the plan to be taken over, because if the plan is taken over, they're not going to be rulers in their own kind of sections, and they're not going to be villains. They're going to be ruled by someone. So I think they'll probably want to help Mark, not necessarily wanting to, but just for the fact that they want to be controlled by the Ventramites, which brings me to the Mauler twins. Going back to what you mentioned earlier, Brandon, about those soldiers. I mean, we know that they clone things. So I don't know. We know Mr. Cecil likes to use the villains to his advantage, as he used D.A. Sinclair. So maybe he'll use the Mauler twins to replicate. He has Mark. You got to remember a couple episodes ago, they were tested on his blood, or I think it was like 3 episodes ago, they were tested on his blood. So maybe they can replicate a somewhat of a Ventramite of their own, created by D.A. Sinclair with the Mauler twins. So they might be building their own little monster behind the scenes. But yeah, this was a great way to set up the future seasons and future villains and storylines. And I can't wait, man. But yeah, the Mauler twins are someone I'm keeping an eye out for with their abilities of recreating things.
So they can't clone this cat? They can't clone this cat right here?
They should be able to. Possibly. I don't know why you want to. I mean, at this point, he basically lives to die. So
exactly.
Go ahead, bro. You was about to say something?
Yeah, I was I wanted to talk about like the current Guardians. No offense, but I don't know what they can possibly do.
Yeah, they got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, man. They suck.
Well, they're kids though, you know, like
the Teen Titans versus Justice League. Yeah,
exactly. Great analogy. Great analogy.
They're better than nothing.
But they can do all the earthly stuff.
To do what they do.
But they can handle all the earthly threats while Mark and the other dudes handle all the intergalactic stuff. That way, they don't have to be focused on that, on the little things.
That's all good for, stopping bank robbers. That's about it.
You know, somebody in the comments said they thought Amber was an Indian chick for like 5 episodes, and no, Amber's black. Amber
believe
is,
I'm laughing at that. I can't.
Yeah, Amber is actually the actress that plays Dom Deadpool. So I think Zazie Beetz. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I do appreciate it, and that will conclude the first part of this show real quick, and that is episode 8 of Invincible. I'm glad. Thank you for everybody for their comments here on the panel and also in the chat. This was a lovely discussion, and I can't wait for more. I mean, I think I'm gonna go watch episode 5 and watch Battle Beast whoop ass right after we end this stream.
And then watch The Boys, Brandon. And then watch
I was about to say, you need to go watch The Boys,
because
that's about to come back on, and we review that hard.
Whoa, B, have you never seen The Boys?
No, man, he's tripping.
Yeah, I'm still on episode 2 on season 1, my brother.
Oh man,
one take. We tried to get B Avery on it last year. We was like, B Avery, you got to start watching it. Me and Larry review. Come on up there. He could never get into it.
No, it's not that I'm not into it. It's just I don't have no excuses. What I saw, I loved. So I just gotta sit down and dedicate.
I'm shook right now. I did not know that.
Right, it's all
and
good.
they did for season 2. They did such a good job tying it into the climate of the country. So I mean, go watch it now while those episodes still are really resonating with the current climate. It's you know, things are changing a little bit in the country, so it's not, the temperature is not as hot as it was, but you'll see what we're talking about. I don't want to spoil anything, so just go check it out.
Well, I do appreciate that, my brother. I do appreciate it.